Hey,
I'm
so
just getting started.
before we start, we might have to go back because I may
that's
have
fine.
forgot to unmute everything on my Streamlabs.
Yeah, hold on a second. Anyway, hold on.
Yeah,
That was such a good intro I did.
I know. We'll just do it again. It's fine.
Hold
That was
on,
a
guys.
great intro.
All right. I'm also gonna do a shot of Fireball
Yeah, do a shot fireball right now.
out of my Canada glass.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll drink as long as you shotgun, or as long as you do a shot.
I'm just hoping I don't do it wrong and fuck up and then start.
How do you do it wrong if you put it if it goes on the wrong tube?
You've never had a shot go down wrong?
No,
I do it all the
I'm
time.
not a little bitch.
Yeah.
I was told that
Sorry,
I
I
have
said
an
against
enlarged
Twitch TOS.
throat
All right, so
towards gullet.
everything's unmuted. We're good to restart.
Yeah. We're good to restart. Yeah. Which kind of sucks, dude, because we were gassing
riffing.
you. We were gassing you up, and we were doing well
I'll
before you
say
came
We were
the
back.
same
gassing you
exact- I'll say-
down. It's more
I'll
like
say
We
the same
were
exact- I'll say
getting
this-
down with you.
I'll say the same exact thing.
Yeah, go for it right now. Do it.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the second episode of Hot Takes and Cold Brews. This week I am joined by my kind of good friends, Helikovsky
come on.
and Jim Sock Hancock. What's going on, gentlemen?
Well, we could be doing a lot better things now that we decided that we're kind of friends.
Yeah, it's a little toxic. I'm going to be honest
Hey,
with you.
that's the first take of the podcast this week, all right?
Yeah, first hot take in the intro. Great, excellent. That's
I
what
just
I
want
like to
Regular
see.
take.
I just want friends, dude. That's all I want.
Hey,
Fred
listen,
Machine broke.
episode two is already off to a better start because Logs Blogs over here actually showed up with alcohol.
That's very true. This week I've got several already in several. Daily Dose IPA.
Nice. I got my Brooklyn Sour, key lime.
Ooh, key lime.
And
Pretty good. I'm surprised.
I'm drinking my Druthers All In IPA that I've had since July.
Respect.
It's gonna kill me.
Ooh.
Support local businesses.
Yeah, support local
Mhm.
businesses.
That's a W. I almost ordered
Especially these times.
mac and cheese from them tonight and then
Oh,
got sushi
dude.
instead.
Druthers mac and cheese hits something else. Man.
I've never had it. I keep hearing it's
Ooh,
great.
That's a game changer.
Yeah,
It is.
I've only had their very strong beers.
Oh man. So what do we got on the table today?
Let's just jump right into it.
I think we should talk about the dumpster fire that is the Cyberpunk launch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know we talked-
depending on what you're playing on. Yeah,
True. Yeah. The relative dumpster fire.
All I'm saying, dude, I've been saying this since the beginning.
Even though we already talked about the game last week. But...
I don't want to start a whole thing again. But if you want a hot take, like to start off the day, let's just start
From
it
the
off.
guy who hasn't played the game, I'll always love
No,
it.
no.
Let's go,
Literally,
let's go.
here's
Give
what
it
I'm
to me.
saying. Yeah, ready? No, open your mouth. I don't want your mouth closed. Open your mouth. That's what I thought.
I'm uncomfortable. Take this to a private call. Hold on.
Sorry. But no, I think that the amount of hype that went into the game, it's impossible to live up to the level of expectations that the hype gave the game.
It's even harder when
Agreed.
your game has actual problems.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
with a game that was literally hyped up to be like the nutsack of Jesus Christ, it's impossible to like.
It's
live up-
Which
another-
I've
Judas
experienced. Which
instead.
I've experienced personally.
no, I
so
think
I want
if
to say it's nothing. It's
I
not
just
even
want-
close.
We've all been blessed by the nutsack of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But no, I just think that it's goes without saying at this point. I know that in the beginning, Logan and I were very differing with opinions, but when a game that's as hyped as Cyberpunk 2077 was when it came out, it was impossible for it to live up to any sort of hype whatsoever at launch. It's true. It's just how it is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have my own personal gripes with the game, but it runs great on my PC. And my PC's not even top of the line. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I have like mid-tier specs
Right.
and stuff that's one generation old. So like it still runs great on Ultra. I have ray tracing, everything. It's fantastic. But to see some of the stuff I see on Twitter from some of my friends that have PS4s and have tried to play the game, it's absurd. I mean, my favorite picture that I've seen like floating around is the Johnny Silverhand on old gen consoles, where the guy just looks like a cracked out like extra on Shameless or something that's just walking around with the main character. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know how you could ship a game in that state.
Interestingly enough, that picture is a different NPC in the game, because I've seen that NPC, but the meme still holds true, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's still the point's valid though.
Yeah,
You know, yeah. He looks it looks bad on console.
Yeah.
Very
I mean,
bad.
I originally, as a joke, because we were giving Logan a really hard time about this game, I joked about sending him a video somebody put up like, oh my God, they just released footage before the game came out. And it was actually footage of their like dev testing kit from a year ago on like old gen console. And like, it was not that far off. Like, I thought that it was a joke. And then the game actually released. And all the footage I'm seeing looks exactly the same. It's absurd. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that they didn't they make a statement out too saying that like they just didn't they didn't put enough attention, they didn't care enough into the older gens that
Basically,
there's a
yeah.
reason why it was acting the way it was.
From what I've heard, is they essentially focus completely on the next gen NVIDIA ray tracing abilities, and the next gen AMD processors and cards too.
Right.
They just solely focused on PC performance apparently.
Yeah.
I wish that there was a better way to go about that. And the worst part too is like they literally delayed the game so that they could improve the quality of life with old gen
on consoles. Yeah. Oh my God! Imagine if they didn't delay it last month. Imagine if it came out November 19th.
Yeah, honestly, right?
It's just
I wonder how much they fixed in that time. Honestly, it doesn't feel like a lot, but I mean, I can't imagine what state it was in at that time.
I saw something on Twitter. It was talking about like comparing it to No Man's Sky on release, where like again like the same kind of deal. Like a lot of hype went into No Man's Sky, and the dev team tried their hardest at No Man's Sky, but the launch just shit the bed. It literally was a Sky for no man. Like there was no way that launch went off.
It's a different. Yeah, I think it's a different beast. Yeah,
right.
Because Sean Murray, the lead guy at Hello Games, went to. It was literally on late night. I think it was Stephen Colbert. He goes on there, shows the game off, and Colbert asks him, "So I can do all of this in the galaxy, and I can meet up with my friends. We can fly around and do all this cool shit." And then he's like, "Yeah." And there was no multiplayer in the game at launch at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I think Cyberpunk is essentially on the same trajectory as No Man's Sky, where like, yeah, launch was an absolute fucking disaster, but like throughout time, it became the game that it was supposed to be come launch.
Yes, and here's the thing, and here's what I'll say is that on one hand, best case scenario, it's a No Man's Sky, right? Because obviously they could just say not our problem and like barely update it over the next 6 months, or I hope that's the scenario. But I will say where they have a head start is it is good on PC.
It has great bones for real.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
I mean, I have put in much less time than our boy here has, but I put in at least like a dozen hours. And like the game feels good. I like the progression. I like the skill trees and stuff like that. Like it's got good bones. And obviously the city is gorgeous. Like when you can actually see it and it's not 8 polygons like stitched together on a screen and it's not just melting in front of you. When you can actually see it for like the beauty that's actually there, the game's got good bones. It can only go up from here, to be honest with you.
That one square in the middle of the city, I'm sure you know where I'm talking about, Clary, where your frames drop 15 every single time you walk in.
Yeah.
Because there's so many AI and cars just walking around.
Yes, that one square. Yes, of course. I love that one square.
Sorry, it's like a town square. I meant not like a square, but like it's
on PS4. It is a square. It's literally
it's literally a square.
One 4-sided.
The AI
it's actually a triangle. They weren't able to program a whole square into it. They only got a triangle.
They couldn't get that. They couldn't get that last side.
Yeah. Oh man, I just I hope for the sake of what was it? Code Project Red? Is that what it was called?
CD Project Red. Yeah.
CD Project Red. I just. I hope the trajectory that they go in is very similar to No Man's Sky. It just in terms in terms of like the turnaround and the improvements to quality of life to the game. Like,
so we've literally seen today. Sorry to cut you off. We've literally seen today that, or in the last 24 hours, it's been unreleased on 2 platforms.
Yeah,
that's
insane. Huge. That's very important. Like
that isn't. Now I will say, from what I understand, the primary reason for them taking it off the store isn't like because it's so bad. It's because that they can't legally offer refunds, I guess, the right way. So they're taking it off the store to prevent people from getting refunds.
Yeah, there was a whole...
or sorry, to stop them from buying it,
Buying
and
it
then
to have to get a refund.
to have to refund it. Yeah,
there was the whole
yeah.
thing with it where they were like, go, digitally you can go back onto the store and you can collect your refund, or they didn't even give that much direction. They were just like, if you're unhappy with it, you can get your refund, like NBD. And then people tried to refund it in like the PlayStation store, and Sony was like,
"Lol, no."
hey, time out, buddy. You know what you should do? You should just wait for updates. You should just wait for updates to come out. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
It's just
so. I mean, but it's wild, though, right? Because like, I think especially since we also talked about consoles last week, like it's wild because I think most people do not have a new console right now.
Right. I mean, it's impossible to get one.
Like less than the last generation, though, right?
Hey, I listen. I literally won one at my job, and I don't have it because they're like, "Oh yeah, we didn't actually buy it, but you won it. Congratulations!" So I got an IOU, but I mean, they're so scarce. It's true. People are like, "Well, I might as well pick it up on last gen," and now they get screwed out of $60. It's not even playable.
Yeah,
yep.
It's crazy.
That's something too that I really enjoyed is when you look at games like Cold War and the Spider-Man Miles Morales, like games that are coming out at launch of next-gen consoles that are also coming out on older-gen consoles have that crossover where like you can buy a game, like you can buy Cold War for $10 more, which I think is a little fucked up, but you can buy it for $10 more and you can get it on the old gen, and then everything, including your data, will cross over into the new gen. Same thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then the Spider-Man game, you don't even have to pay that extra. It goes directly over.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Cyberpunk 2, actually. Technically, if you bought it, well, I guess if you refund it, no, but which actually might be the place to not refund it, because then you get, because they said
up,
right, if you buy it on Xbox One or PS4, then you automatically will get once they release. So that's the thing. Actually, I didn't even realize this. I don't know if you guys knew this. It's not even technically out yet on PlayStation, Xbox Series X. Or sorry, it's not out on PlayStation 5.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because the PlayStation 5 has the backwards compatibility. So people on PS5 are playing the PS4 version.
Okay.
Rough.
Okay.
Rough.
So they're still waiting for their
right. So essentially
Series X has it, though.
Every console except for the Series X then is experiencing the same issues that old gen consoles are, right?
It is better on PS5 though than it is on PS4.
Oh, it is?
Oh yeah, it runs better, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That
still looks like shit, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched a video of the Series X running at like 40 FPS. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Hey, what are you gonna do, man?
Big
city, big
say la vie, you know what I mean?
So maybe hot take, maybe we'll work through it, but like
PC Master Race, baby.
No, not even though. I mean, actually, yeah. No, if your console's 7 years old, I mean, what did you expect? But in my opinion, so here's the thing. In my opinion, right? I actually, prior, like not including Cyberpunk, I think they're the exception. I was disappointed with next gen. I thought that we didn't need it. Well, for the most part, we did. There was no games coming out that I said, "Oh yeah, my Xbox One cannot run that." Right? Like every game that was announced, every game that was coming out, they're like, "Oh yeah, they can all run on the previous hardware just fine at 60 FPS or whatever." And I was like, "Well, then why are we making new consoles? Why are we calling it a new generation if we haven't actually surpassed the hardware?" And guess what? A game comes out that does just that, and they're all angry. Like, I don't know. To me, Cyberpunk is the only true next-gen game that's out right now.
When it comes
sounds like a hot take to me. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's
Demon Souls,
spicy.
You know.
So
even Cold War, I think, runs a lot smoother on the new.
Consoles. Like we've always had like crossover titles that go from old gen to new gen. Like look at not a great example, but look at Breath of the Wild, right? When Wii U and then swap over to Switch, right? You have both options.
Right, the Wii U version.
The Wii U version was not fabulous, but
I forgot it came out on that.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's existed and it's not perfect, but I think it is important to release newer hardware at least every so often. You know, what has it been 6 years for the Xbox One or 7 years or whatever? I mean, I think it's important because you have to keep moving forward, right? Eventually you're going to hit the cap. And I think right now, even though the games are the same, we've hit the cap on the One and the PS4.
Well,
You know what I mean? So we need to
okay.
move ahead of
Well,
that. We're not
yes, yeah. But I'm just
right.
saying,
Your
like,
example that Cyberpunk is the first game to do that is sort of an argument against what you're saying, right?
like what I'm saying is that like I'm saying that the games that are quote unquote next gen have been dumbed down to work on those consoles. I'm saying they're being held back. Whereas like there's besides Cyberpunk, there's nothing that's come. If I was only on my Xbox One, on my Xbox One X, right? The
Okay.
Cyberpunk is the only game that I would say it's time for an upgrade for. Everything else would be like, yeah, this is marginally better. So
But that
why would
but
I
that
want to
means
buy
it's
a Series
time, right?
X?
Right? It still means
That's
it's time.
well, no,
Because now
yes.
releases past this are going to be
Well, yes, yeah. Well, I guess I'm criticizing games versus hardware. So like, I'm saying the games aren't. I'm saying
they haven't
Cyberpunk
pushed
is
that far.
yeah. Cyberpunk
I
is
guess,
actually
yeah.
Cyberpunk went too far, right? I'm saying like a lot of the other games didn't go far enough, but Cyberpunk went
Mhm.
too far to be unplayable. But like I'm saying
I
somewhere.
haven't seen too much. I can't say 100% one way or the other, but I'm pretty sure, like Tyler said, like games that have come out that are on next gen consoles are higher quality, higher resolution, higher frame rate, and run just better overall.
I
So
mean,
even if they're not absolutely like blasting, blasting through the glass ceiling of video games.
well, I was gonna say I've been playing a lot of Valhalla, and while I know part of that is Ubisoft doesn't optimize very well, does not run. It's not nothing about it has made me say this is next gen, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk is the only game that I've said, wow, this is the future of RPGs. They just need to make it work.
So this kind of reminds me a lot of when Batman Arkham Knight came out, but
Oh,
in reverse. So like Batman
yeah,
Arkham
yeah.
Knight played super smoothly on all the consoles it came out on, but it
I
was
remember those.
it ran like dog shit on PC to the point where they literally pulled it off Steam and pulled it off anywhere you can buy games because they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's not working right. Like that I didn't know why it didn't click right away until like we started talking about like the console thing that Logan brought up. And I'm
Mhm.
just like, yeah, it just reminded me a lot of Dark Knight, where not Dark Knight,
Mm-hmm.
Arkham Knight, where I'm just
Arkham
like,
Knight, yeah.
yeah, I'm just like, holy shit, that's insane.
Mhm.
Um,
No, yeah, it is. It is. It truly like I'm saying that like they didn't do enough, right? I'm just saying like
Yeah.
this game's ambition and drive to be, more dense and intense than modern games are as far as an open world. It's like what's next gen about it?
and
Yeah.
I think that also ties into like when it comes to third party games and like games that are created by like independent companies that run
Mhm.
on all consoles, right? Obviously, they're gonna focus. I think they're gonna focus more on either console or on PC. Like if you're working on a game like with Cyberpunk, you're like, okay, this game can run really smooth on PC, and we were able to make it run on new consoles. They're like, but we forgot about the old console.
And they forgot about
Yeah.
Dre.
Right.
Yeah.
They forgot about Dre. And like with Arkham Knight, they're like, okay, yeah, like this game can run smoothly on Xbox and PlayStation. Fuck a PC. Who the fuck uses a PC? And
Well, yeah.
but like then you look at companies like Microsoft, and as much as I hate giving any specific company any kind of credit, when it comes to console exclusives, Microsoft also puts out, or Xbox also puts out their games on PC because
Yeah.
they essentially run the same, or they have been tested on PC and then dumbed down for their Xbox. And I think that's just how it goes. And I don't like knowing that, obviously at the end of the day, I think that companies pick favorites between console and PC in terms of efficiency when it comes to playing the game. But I think that's just how it is. And life sucks like that, man. Life just sucks like that.
And just for a sec, I think you have to look at like how companies prioritize, right? If you want every company to just, or like every game studio to just make the leap to next gen console and just leave last gen in the dust and just go way over the top, they miss out on tons of sales,
Right.
right? They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot by going way overboard on production to make it not viable on last gen consoles, right? Like
Except for-
Cyberpunk
yeah.
kind of did that, right? They're like, forget about those guys, and look what happened,
Literally.
right? So they have to meet a fine line. So I don't necessarily
Yeah.
think that it was too early for like next gen. Plus, I was just looking quick because I couldn't remember when the release was. But Unreal Engine 5, if you guys have seen that footage when they
Oh
showed it
my
at wherever E3 or
God.
whatever it was, that it releases early 2021 for like preview. So there will be some games that utilize it on next gen. So not having next gen out ahead of the Unreal Engine 5 release would be super detrimental. So I think getting them out now, have games that are kind of in the middle, whatever, they could be last gen,
Yeah.
it could be new gen, whatever,
Which is exactly
and
what
have
happened
them
last
prepped.
time.
Have them prepped
Yeah.
so like households have next gen consoles ready for Unreal Engine 5 when the new Tomb Raider comes out. I'm sure they're going to have a ton of like single player style games. They showed a couple of like previews and their little footage there, but there's going to be so many good games that utilize Unreal Engine 5 that last gen consoles won't be able to touch.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's
actually,
probably when they phase out.
one of the coolest demos I saw of Unreal Engine 5 was on a PlayStation 5.
Mhm.
Because that was the first reveal. The original reveal of Unreal Engine 5 was some game running on a PlayStation 5 and looked incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh, my 3080 is gonna look even better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even more to support your point. I know they get a lot of flack in the gaming community, but Ubisoft, last gen, they released 2 different games. They released, what was it? Black Flag, and then they released a separate game for old hardware.
Black Flag,
Because-
yuck.
True.
Everyone watching is going to agree with me that you two are idiots on that.
We'll
That is
see.
literally.
We'll
Black
see.
Flag is
Hey,
one
when
of
this is
the-
when this is up on YouTube,
Everybody
leave a
who
comment.
watches
Yeah,
this
leave a
is gonna
comment.
know that
Yeah.
you are way more hammered than the both of us combined.
Yeah, I'm
Way
half
more?
a beer deep, so.
way more. I'm not even. I'm fine. Well, hold on.
Oh, careful! Don't tip over.
Let's go. Slam back in my Canada shot glass. I am a U.S. citizen.
Hey. I don't know. I don't know who let him out today.
Okay, so sorry. What I was gonna say was
I tried to keep him in the cage, but
Oh, somebody
So
let
this
me
is
out
on
of
you.
my
Okay,
cage.
so now that I know this is
DMCA.
on you, I feel better about it.
yeah, that's my fault.
So, wait, what happened?
we
oh,
were just
so-
saying we shouldn't have let you out of your cage. That's all.
So what I was gonna say is that Black Flag is regarded as one of the best Assassin's Creed games, like top 3. For a lot of people, it's number 1. It is a beloved entry
For
into
a
the
lot of
franchise.
people, not
Aren't there
for
like
me.
6? Aren't there like 6?
There's like
7?
12. There's like
Ew.
12.
God, beat that!
There's,
beat
there's
that
like
into
8
the
or 9.
dirt,
There's like
I
8 or
guess.
9 main ones, but yeah. So
Black Flag, more like White Flag. They got to raise it up because they suck ass.
Hey!
anyway, the reason I brought it up was to support Clary's point, or sorry, Helicopter's point. Was
you can call
that
me whatever you want, dude.
was that when because
don't call
that
me
game
home for
came
dinner.
out. That game came out in fall of 2013. It came out. Then they released 2. Ubisoft went hard that year. They released 2 Assassin's Creeds because they said, "Hey, listen, Black Flag cannot be played on the 360. It
Keep me
will
playing
only
period
work on
because it sucks ass. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey!
it will not be able to play on Xbox One. So we are going to release a separate game entirely that will be on 360 and also backwards compatible.
Yeah, I don't
Which is
see,
a baller move.
I don't see Black Flag on the topics list here. I feel like somebody's just riffing on an old
Alright.
game that nobody cares about. Let me see.
I brought it up to
Literally
support
nobody cares
I brought
about
it up
it.
to support your point. That's literally.
I don't
literally
need your support, okay? It stands up on its own. Thank you very much.
Okay, I was reinforcing.
I mean,
but,
we can riff off into Assassin's
listen,
Creed.
what
You
other
want a hot
games do you
take?
hear
Black Flag.
fucking
Obviously, it's a hot take, I
pirate
guess.
Shanties and fucking what do we
Sea
do with
Thieves.
a drunken sailor?
Sea
What
Thieves.
do we do
It
with
got-
a
Sea
drunken
Thieves.
sailor?
It got 1 out of 10.
do
The
the
one
characters
was
sing it
because of
in
the
game?
power
Do the
shanties.
characters sing it in game?
Yes.
Okay. They also do in Black Flag.
Only on like the story missions. they sing,
Leave
but
her,
yes.
Johnny, leave her. Sorry, okay.
All
but
right. Well,
back to
you
next
know,
gen.
yeah,
just cut
no,
that out in post.
sea shanties. Yeah, back to sea shanties. That's a great segue into Pokemon cards. Am I right?
Ooh.
Baby.
Pirates
Bam,
on the
bam,
open
bam,
seas
bam,
and
bam, bam, bam,
nerds
bam.
opening pieces of card stock that are worth hundreds, sometimes thousands,
Bam, bam,
sometimes
bam,
hundreds of thousands of
bam.
dollars.
Bam, 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 bam. Where is
We'll
he?
just we'll wait. We'll just
Yeah,
hang
hold
out
on,
here
hold
for a
on.
little bit. Hold on. We'll just. And for the record, I've got some cards coming in from the new Shining
Mid
Fates.
voltage. Ooh, Shining Fate. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, did you get some from the?
I got a box. Yeah, I got an Elite Trainer box, so we'll be
'cause
opening
Brian
it up.
told me they
It
sold
doesn't
out
come
in-
out. It doesn't come out until like February though, which is kind of lame. But
Yeah.
I gotta get
Whatever,
my
they'll be here.
contact over at Gilbert
Teeny.
Games to give me a box MBD.
give you a hookup. Hey, listen, if you know anybody that's got Vivid Voltage, I'll buy a booster box. I'm in.
I mean,
Gilbert Games has
Target
one.
gets them in all
They
the
go
time.
for 170. Like a full
Yeah.
booster
Yeah.
box. They go for 170 right now.
So
Yeah.
okay, so Pokemon cards.
I love them. Go ahead, you can start.
So it's crazy to me that we went through like we've gone through the cycle a couple times, right? Where they were a thing we all had as kids.
You can't see that. Never mind. There's cards.
And by
there.
that time, by the time Pokemon cards hit the scene in the 90s and 2000s, right? The baseball cards are already a thing.
Mhm.
And if we were children, so we didn't listen, but every baseball card collector was like, hey, you guys are gonna have some value on your hands in like another decade or two.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay. And we
Fuck
just
you,
threw 'em
old
out.
man.
Then we put them in our bike tires, so it sounded like
Yep,
Literally,
and we threw them
literally,
out
right?
and we got rid of them. Yeah, we lost
Yeah.
them.
I
We didn't listen.
like baseball.
I used to
And
play
now
a game with
these
the
guys are
neighbors.
opening $30,000 packs on Twitch,
Mhm.
$40,000 boxes.
Well,
on
I mean,
Twitch.
It's wild, man.
Ludwig did a whole week where he had different streamers, open boxes that were like super expensive, and half of me was like, yeah. So I got 2 Vivid Voltage boxes, right, that I opened.
Yeah.
And
Me too.
I just
Hey, one of those videos is on YouTube, by the way. If you see that, make sure you head over to his channel. I just watched that earlier today. I'm not gonna lie.
Jim
Some
Sock Hancock.
bangers in there. I
Oh,
won't
did you
spoil.
change your YouTube?
no, my YouTube's always been Jim Sock Hancock.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go.
I mean, not always, but like it has been recently. It's
Hey,
gonna stay that
Tyler.
way forever. What's up?
Hey, Jim Sock, how much for this card, bro?
For Alligator, it's worth like 78 cents, but I kind of
How
wanted
much
that.
do you
For
want for
Alligator
it?
is my favorite.
I met
Pokemon
you.
card.
How much do you pay for
I'll
it?
Best
trade.
I
I'll
can do
trade
is
you a
7
Pokemon card for
cents.
it. You want to trade like the old days?
Ooh, actually, so I really do like the card too. But I wouldn't sell it, but I might trade it. Depends on what you got.
Yeah. Let's see. This is
Been trading
Pokemon
on- trading on
Pokemon cards, you
podcasts.
guys.
Welcome
Do
to
you want
the
to hollow
welcome to the Pokemon
Snorlax?
trading.
These guys are just gonna show off in front of me, and I'm gonna cry.
Do you
I mean,
want
my
to?
cards aren't
Someday
that
I'll
good.
join
Logan,
them. Okay,
Logan.
someday I'll join them.
I'm willing to trade you a hollow Shaman for that hollow for Alligator.
No. Ooh.
Do you want to see the card?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it once before, but can I see it again?
Hold
It's
on,
not
let
even
me
hard
get
sleeve.
closer.
Man. Did you even hard sleeve it?
No, it's soft sleeve, but it's in a cool sleeve.
I
Has that in the back.
Where'd you get those?
GilbertGames.com. Links in the description down below.
Those are
Ooh,
actually
what a
they're
guy.
good
What a
sleeves.
guy.
I'll get those.
Yeah.
I wasn't even setting you up for the sponsorship. Look at my shitty promo, Don fan.
Hell yeah.
You want the zero?
Which,
Aura?
hey,
I got
listen,
2 of them.
we all got Mandela affected. By the way, if anybody here is listening and they think they remember what the names of Pokemon are, it's Fan P, not
Right.
Fanfi.
Dude, I literally,
Absolute game changer. I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
when I saw that, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I think it's because
Fan
so
page?
literally
went
while I was
back-
editing
I-
the video, I was
I
like,
went back and looked at the anime last night.
They
'cause
say
I was so
Fanfi, right?
dedicated. They
Yeah,
say
it's Fanfi.
Fanfi, but
"They say Fanfi."
Yeah.
so here's
Oh
the
my
thing.
God, I'm
Here's the
livid.
thing, and here's why we can be forgiven as children for being mistaken. Ash says it in such a like.
I had a speech
Fanfi-
impediment.
Yeah, he says it almost. It sounds like fee really strong.
Mm.
Also, when Fampi talks it's like Fampi. It sounds like it
It's
too.
an F, right? It's sound or like a PH sound. Oh,
It's very close. Yeah, it's very close.
I mean, I would
Listen,
also give myself.
I did the research.
I'm still devastated when 10 years ago I found out it wasn't Reese's, it was Reese's.
I still say
Reese
Reese.
possessive. I still say Reese's Pieces, and
Hell yeah,
obviously
bro.
that's not correct.
No,
It's like
you're
the-
right.
well-
You are 100% correct. It is Reese's Pieces. Never forget it. That's exactly.
Dude,
Well,
100%
I swear to God,
accurate.
I
It's
remember
like the
them.
monkey.
Yeah, I remember them saying like Reese's Puffs in the commercials. Like
Reese's
I just
Puffs, Reese's
remember it,
Puffs.
and
Beat
I
'em up,
watched
beat
the
'em up,
action.
beat 'em up.
Yeah, like I went back and I watched the commercials like on YouTube or whatever, and it's Reese's. It's bullshit. How can they change something that I clearly remember to something else? I know that I'm right.
Like the
And
bear.
they have the audacity to change the commercials from 15 years ago? Come on.
Yeah, dude.
That's
The
weak.
Bernstein Bears is the Berenstein Bears.
Berenstein Bears.
Berenstain Bears, yeah.
Yeah.
Berenstain Bears.
Whatever.
It's wild.
Hey, it's Tyler's
Wild.
favorite card.
Fuck that, dude. Oh my god, I have like too many of those.
Hey, you know what?
Bro, I also
If
have
you-
a whole book of hollow Pokemon cards that I didn't even hard sleeve. They're all like,
Hey, if you get Tyler, offer for you. If you get the other two, if you get non-hollow even, a Thunderous or a Landorus, hit me up.
I don't think I can even pull it up. Hold on, let me see. I'm doing this so I can buy time. I'm cutting this out because my window for Google Chrome came up when I opened it up. We're
I
good
will
now.
hold.
We're good now.
Oh, you like this?
Well, yeah, but I'm recording it, so it showed up like on. I don't see what you're doing.
Listen, I'm jumping on rooftops in RuneScape right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a multitask.
Oh shit, bro! Oh my god, your brain is split.
Watch the light.
Wow, incredible.
Why are you
experienced that
watching a
before.
strobe light go off? Are you gonna try and get yourself into an epileptic seizure?
No,
He's
no,
just doing a brain dance in
I was playing
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even.
Hey, we created an entire track list that's not DMCA-able except for all the tracks that are still DMCA-able. We left
my
that topic.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm walking away. That's it. That's the last thing I'll say.
I give up. No, I can't.
We've said enough.
I can't do it. Anyway,
I have to say with the card openings, man. So two things. One, I really find it super entertaining, even when it's not like super expensive packs. Like I was watching NMP open like the regular like current packs. He was opening like Vivid Voltage and stuff like that. And like honestly, even when they're not that expensive, it's still fun just to see what kind of stuff that you pull. And
know what
secondly,
go ahead.
So no, go ahead, because the second point very important. So I'll say it.
You know what gets me fucking going with these things? Like when I was editing my video for YouTube, check it out. Link in the description down below. No plug.
Big plug.
Big plug. It's actually a big plug. I had such a hard time editing out the dead space because I think the main parts that people want to see in the Pokemon opening are you physically opening the pack and you sifting through it and then ending it with the fucking bang, right? With the big card.
Yeah.
And I had such a hard time because my problem is I like to talk a lot, so I talked a lot while I was opening the pack. So I was like, fuck, well, if I cut it out here, then you catch me mid-sentence opening this Pokemon pack, and it just doesn't, it didn't really work out that well. So I had to like figure out a new way to do it. And I think that goes with a lot of people. Like when you see these on YouTube, these card opening boxes, they're not like 10 minutes long, 11 minutes long. Even Max Mofo's Pokemon card openings that he's been doing for years, they're at least 15 to like 35, 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
Like this shit's insane. What's up?
Do you record your audio and video separately?
No.
That will help a lot if you do that.
Yeah.
Just because like sometimes when you have that time where you really want to talk, but the video's dead space, you can make some moves.
Yeah, I mean I can detach the audio in my editing software to
cool.
To like fuck with the volume that way and like fuck with stuff that way, but I don't think that I can like split it when I stream and do the audio at the same time.
Gotcha. And the second thing is that's large.
Yeah, we get it, bro. You got a big card.
Compensating.
What do I do with it? How do I sleeve it?
You have to like.
I say you just have to laminate it.
You gotta laminate it. It's too big.
It's also like partially like if you look, it's like kind of like
it looks a little bent. A little bit.
It's bent naturally. I mean, no one's buying this, right? Like,
that's weak. What a weak spine.
I mean, if you laminate it, it might be money worth like years down the road.
Honestly, I just like it as like a piece. Like I put it like back here a lot.
That's
like,
my piece.
All I'm saying, bro, is like 15, 20 years down the road, you're like, hey, what up, YouTube? Let's check out my collection. This is from the Dragon Mastery pack.
Dragon Majesty, yeah.
Yeah.
I want this card to be worth something because I love this card.
Like, it's worth like $1.82.
I know, but it's Victini with Prism.
Oh my gosh.
I love the card.
Oh, by the way, my second point about Pokemon card openings, I don't know if you guys can relate to this. Great for working out.
Oh my god, 100%.
My girlfriend has a spin bike, right? So every once in a while, once in a blue moon, I decide that I want to be healthy for like a day. But with all these Pokemon card openings or the pack openings that have been happening, you can sit there and if they're opening one box, they could go for hours. But like time just flies, dude. I'm just cruising, getting my sweat on, feeling good, and time just goes. We have like a membership to like Peloton or whatever, so that at least you can like watch
Peloton
the videos.
Membership? Oh,
At least just the videos. I think it's like $15 a
Oh,
month or something like
you
that.
didn't buy like the like 4.
No,
grand
not the
bike.
actual bike.
okay,
No,
all
no,
right.
no, no, no.
Do you
was
remember that whole thing?
No, I'm not
with
that
ad?
crazy.
Do you remember
That's
that
still
ad
a
that
thing,
was like
bro.
super toxic?
Yeah.
Hey, I bought you this so you could get thin.
But I will,
derailed.
but yeah, I mean, I will say that it's super nice to have something like super distracting and like there's constantly something keeping your attention. There's not like, I guess editing, I'm sure there's some dead space just to get to the real juicy stuff. But when you're
Yeah.
watching it live, there's really no dead content because like you're
Right.
getting constant commentary from people as you're watching, and like just pack after pack after pack, and you never know what they're gonna pull.
My Pokemon card VODs, even on Twitch alone, like they get, I think the last unboxing I did got 45 to 50 views.
That's dope.
Yeah, we're like then you go to like
People
my,
just want to see it, you know? They
right,
just
right,
wanna
and then
see
you
it.
then you go into my fucking Nuzlocke the next day and I get like 15 views. Like
Yeah.
there's a big difference, and obviously, yeah, you got to think about it. Where like, is the amount of money that you're putting into doing this worth the amount of viewership and the amount of stuff that you get back from it? If you're
Not
thinking
yet.
of it strictly as a streaming perspective, like I think I spent my Twitch payout last month for a Pokemon box, and I still had to pay like
Yep.
$30 out of pocket. The next box I bought was for the month of December. I decided that I wanted to do a box every month, but now the problem, obviously, I had to get my car fixed, so I like had to save up a lot of money to get a new car in June, so I had to like stop buying
Yep.
them. Good Christmas gift or holiday gift if anybody's thinking about it.
If anybody's writing
Yeah.
this stuff down, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. What's the good gift?
A Pokemon
More
booster
Pokemon
box.
cards.
Yeah, give me more Pokemon cards. So I'm just saying, like, it just, for me, it's worth it because it's beyond just streaming for me when I do it. Like, I really enjoy it because I like the art. I'm a fan of Pokemon.
Yes.
Yep.
I really enjoy it. Like in my box, I think it's this one. I reorganized my box this morning, so like the very first cards that you see are like my two favorite arts in this pack. It's the Lucario and the Beedrill.
Ooh, yeah.
I have that Lucario card. That's a clean Beedrill. Oh my god.
Yeah, I like Beedrill a lot, dude. But then right behind it's a Fire Energy, so if anybody wants one,
Ew.
hook your boy up. I got a whole.
I literally throw my energies out.
Oh,
Weak.
God. I don't, just in the idea that maybe someday, maybe my kids will be like, hey, come play Pokemon. I'll be like, get ready to get your ass beat, child.
Yeah.
You merely
I
adopted the
Physically,
in the
Pokemon.
mentally,
face-down position.
emotionally,
Get ready, kinda.
psychologically.
I play this card in the face-up position.
And then I play Pot of Greed. And I get two additional cards from my deck.
That's not how that works. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
That's it. That's how it do be, Yugi.
Fucking
I love
Christ.
that video so much.
But basically, to get back to it, I think Pokemon cards are.
It's amazing content. I will say that,
It's
right? Like,
box
because
card
it's
openings in
gambling.
general.
It's gambling.
Oh
I
yeah,
bought
yeah.
these fucking loot boxes, and I'm gonna open them and see if we got good shit inside.
I mean, it's
But-
it's essentially gambling, but it's more just like burning your money if you don't sell the cards.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I have to say too that there's a lot of misconceptions that people are just burning their money for content, but like you said, Tyler, like if you like the cards, if you like Pokemon, if you
Yes.
like the art, it's not really a loss. Yeah, you're paying for it. Yeah, you're probably not going to get your money back. Chances, you might hit something good and
Right.
make your money back. But if you don't, like as long as you're invested in the experience and you're invested in having the physical property,
right.
then I don't really see a problem with it. Even I mean, we have a
Right.
couple of friends that might go a little overboard, but
I spent
at the same time,
$11,000 on Pokemon cards. Why
If
would
they-
you do
Whoever
that?
you are.
if they have the money to do it, if they have the means to do it, and they're not like starving their children or going without medication or something, if they're opening Pokemon cards because they like them, fuck it. I
That's
mean,
what I'm
was-
saying.
I was
Like,
gonna make a very
do what you love.
I was making a very uncouth joke. I was gonna say, if you're spending that much on Pokemon cards, odds are you're not having kids.
Well, hey, listen, there are a couple people that I've been
That's a hot
watching on
take.
Twitch that do have kids.
That's a hot
you know?
take. That's a hot take.
True. Is that a hot take? Yeah.
I-
But in the vein of spending money on cards that are worthless because you like them,
Yeah.
I literally
like,
bought an entire pack.
That's what
that was like $50. And
you're.
each card is like worth less than $1. But like, look at this boy. Look at this happy boy.
And
You
the
are-
cool
My
feeling,
happy boy.
yeah, the cool feeling is like You didn't want to just buy the card to have it and go put it up somewhere. You wanted to open it. You wanted to get that feeling of I pulled that Dragonite VMAX, right? Like you know what I mean? Like I have that
just bought
experience.
them on eBay, yeah.
This guy gets really lucky and pulls it the first time he buys a box for him, but whatever, you know.
It's like Christmas every time you open the pack. It's like a birthday gift every time you open the pack. The thing too, a good thing to point out too is like there are people like me who will use this as content. I think of it not only as something for me to enjoy on my own time, but something that I will stream to get viewers to hopefully make money and see how it goes. Where if you look at like Logan's idea of it, he's like, I just really like the art and I just really want to enjoy it in my own time with my own like mentality, and I want to go into it.
Big fan of Pokemon, yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so like he bought stuff for him to open on his own time. Where I was like, I bought this, I gotta hype it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna open it on stream where people can enjoy it with me. You know, like because I thrive in an environment where I can give people or express my excitement towards things with other people, even if I don't know them. And that's why with streaming, I'm like, fuck yeah, chat. We got a fucking amazing rare Jirachi in an elite trainer box that Logan also opened that he couldn't get. And
idiot. Imagine pulling four hollows.
Dude, literally
16 packs.
Fucking 6 out of 7, 6 out of 8 packs.
You know your Lucario? I've got that in reverse hollow.
That's fair. I have an amazing rare Rayquaza. You got it?
Yeah, true.
You got
it. Spoilers.
Yeah,
you wouldn't let me buy it from you either. I tried.
My amazing rare Rayquaza is in my unboxing video, by the way.
You should sell it to me. I'll buy it for double the price just so Logan can't have it. What do you think?
I was offering 40 for it. He said no.
I'll buy it for double the price, which is less than Logan offered, just to make him upset. How's that sound?
I'm in.
And I'll just put it right here.
Literally, don't even pay me. I'll just give it to you.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Again, $40.
But I just, I think that it's great that with stuff like this, there's people that obviously, they use it and abuse it for content. And I hate saying this, but I am totally fine with it.
Because you're doing it.
Secure that bag, homie. Fuck yeah.
Hey, there are a lot worse things you could be doing. You look back at like the CS:GO gambling sites and stuff like that, and like I dabbled with it myself, but like imagine like pushing all that out to like young impressionable kids. Like at the very least, if you do this, they're gonna be like, "Mom, buy me Pokemon cards," and they're gonna go and buy packs and open them up. Like it's pretty harmless. You know what I mean? Okay, so
even then too, like I don't promote it either. I'm not like go out and get your own. I just I'm like, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, this is where I got it from. Support local businesses, support small businesses.
Yeah,
like
support big Nintendo.
No, fuck Nintendo. My like where I get my stuff from, like it's not local, but it's a small business that started up in August in the middle of a pandemic.
Still family, family business. Yeah,
like I emailed the company, and the guy emailed me back and was like, "Hey, my name is." Such and such.
My name is who? My name is Gilbert Games.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, and this is my family, and he like introduced me to it, not like face to face, but like he introduced me like name by name, and I was like, this is fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit.
Hey, you bought cards. Come fuck my wife.
Well, no.
Hey, and I will say, Jesus, I will say too that like. There's so many like nerd communities that are intertwined. If you're buying these Pokemon card boxes from like local family-owned like card shops, they're usually the same shops that sell D&D stuff. They're the same shops that sell Wizards of the Coast stuff. Like they have all these things that like people really enjoy. And like I'm a super D&D nerd, and I consume a ton of D&D content and stuff. And like you buying those boxes from a family business that started in the middle of a pandemic, right? That could offer a space, right, if they're making enough money for like people in that community to go and be with people like them to play tabletop games or to play card games or just to shoot the shit with other people that have the same interests as them. And I think that's a huge thing too, is like video games are great and all, right, and I'm not shitting on video games, but maybe my hot take is there is something to be said about in-person interaction, but still in the game culture, right? Like online game culture is one thing, but actually having like physical contact when COVID's over, okay, everybody get your vaccine. When
I
COVID's
can't wait to
over,
get
like
shot up. Sorry.
like hanging out with friends and playing tabletop games and card games and just hanging out and talking about nerd culture. Like if you're into that kind of stuff, it's so valuable. And right now, this is a great way to support somebody that otherwise you can't go in and buy stuff, right?
Yeah,
If you like Pokemon packs, buy some packs.
buy some
Support a
fucking
local
packs.
business.
Burn, rip, and
Why
turn.
not?
Literally, and
Yeah.
it as much as it pains me to say, it doesn't even have to be Gilbert Games. Like that's I literally
Yeah.
stumbled
But it
upon
can be.
them. It can be exactly.
But it can be.
It can be. I stumbled upon them online. You know, they made connections and they got the support of me through that connection, and that's kind of how it happened. But but like, to kind of like go back to what you were saying, Nate, is like it means a lot. Like if you look at online gaming, there's a chance for it to be so toxic, and there's
more than a chance.
there's a high probability that it's gonna be toxic.
Inevitability.
Yeah, and there's the
Just play a league for a minute.
literally, and there's a chance for you to literally be cyberbullied because you are not as good at the game as other people are who sweat it out.
Wait,
Logan's
not
our
play-
friend, and we do it to him every day. I mean,
Literally, like even earlier, we were doing it to him. Like,
yeah.
Wait,
Black
hold on.
Flag
Couple
sucks
times
ass.
in the
I'll bring,
podcast,
you know what? No,
I mean.
we'll circle back. Black Flag sucks ass.
Crawling in my skin.
That's not a sea shanty. Come on.
Unbreakable, unshakable.
But
Starts
you-
singing the Tokyo Ghoul theme.
But you do get the sense of like community engagement in that if you find the right group of people.
Yep.
And even
Mhm.
but like even with like in-person interactions, like it makes people who are normally not like that know that there's a group for them. Because I mean, let's not get it wrong. There is a stereotype with people who are into nerdy shit, that they are introverted incels who tier 3 to every female Twitch streamer that they find. I mean, that's not really the case, but the majority of people that are into nerdy shit that I know, or that at least I've had come into contact with, are typically more on the shyer route, and knowing that there's a group for them to go to and kind of be together with and similar with and partake in events in groups. Don't you yawn when I'm talking. This is a very important subject.
Toxic.
Jesus.
I'm
No.
sorry.
Yeah. Apologize to me. So
I don't control when I yawn. It just happens.
Look away. Look away. So what I'm saying is just that I'm glad that with in-person interaction, when it comes to like card games or board games or D&D or like stuff like that, it leaves a lot of opportunity for there to be an in-person connection with people similar to you, where online it's like, yeah, you get to talk to them every day, or you connect with them on a more personal level. It's kind of like The Voice versus American Idol, right? Where like The Voice in auditions, you don't see them. You don't know who you're talking to. It's just the voice, right? And you connect the voice with their personality, where with in-person stuff, you see them and you interact with them and you shake hands or you give hugs and I feel like at least in that moment, in that specific environment, human interaction and face-to-face interaction means a lot more than during a game or in calls. Like I don't know. I'm a very extroverted person, and I'm very much a sensory seeker. So I crave human interaction, and I crave the physical touch and shit like that.
So you're saying that essentially like all this allows that interaction.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
both environments allow some serious positive interaction, but I think the environment that allows more in-person human interaction is less toxic than just the over the phone, right? Because you can say whatever you want to somebody over the phone or whatever, but it's different when you're in person, right? When you're in person, you're more sympathetic because you see facial expressions, you see body language.
Yeah.
This is a serious riff, I think, from what we're talking about,
Hey,
but it's
Stuff that's got to be
It's
talked about.
fucking.
Man.
It's fucking Dimensional
sometimes
Dragon,
sometimes
man.
it gets real. Sometimes it
Literally.
gets real, man.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that it's a very serious. I think it's a very serious thing, and I think that once this pandemic's over, get your vaccines and fucking hug thy neighbor. Like just
If they've also had the vaccine.
of course, yeah, obviously, but like I think there's a space in this world for everybody, and the people that are more on the nerdy end of things, like me, I think I'm a very nerdy guy. I have 2 boxes of Pokemon cards, for fuck's sake. I just, I encourage people to go out and to interact with each other as long as they're being safe and not stupid about it. So,
Yeah, that seems fair.
Anyway, new topic or?
We do have one more on the menu.
That is threw that at us, yeah.
Oh, brother.
So
I mean, as an aside, we can take a second and cut this little part out, but we can riff for another like 15 minutes about the stuff that we have and save the next topic for next time.
Oh yeah, I really don't give a shit. We're almost hitting the hour mark, but
we are. Well, hour and a half.
Well, we don't even need to hit an hour and a half, right? It just hit an hour and a half last time because we went on for so long.
I think an hour and a half is like max.
I want to give the people content.
You need people to want to listen to the content first.
I've literally streamed the last 2 days. What more do you want?
2 days. 3 days.
Okay.
Stream tomorrow.
Okay, I am. My fucking overlay will be done.
See you tomorrow.
Dude.
See you tomorrow.
You're cutting all this out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
No, of course not. I'm gonna let it ride.
I just fucking did the salute. All right, let me say the 14 words.
I actually hate it here.
I want to die.
So
yeah, we can keep talking. We can keep riffing. We can go on, with whatever.
Listen, I'm jumping on rooftops. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What else is in?
I'm just doing
the
this.
news?
I'm not doing anything else on the side. I'll get too distracted and not be focused on what I'm talking about. ADHD is a hell of a drug.
Hell yeah. I just bought some.
It's a hell of a time. It's not cheap anymore. The ADHD is a very expensive drug now. Anyway, again, just to circle back, I just, I want everybody to feel comfortable in their own skin and to be able to communicate with people that are like-minded individuals where they feel safe. That's basically what I'm trying to get.
How did we get there from Pokemon?
Except
cards?
Logan.
Yeah.
Except Logan.
Logan's too much. Logan's too much of an individual. He doesn't have a safe space.
Yeah. Sorry.
The fuck do you mean, homie?
You know what I mean, homie.
I'm too much of an individual. Wait, what? I'm a human. I'm an explorer. You ever seen that Alex Jones rant? It's fucking amazing. I'm an explorer.
That's going down a whole different rabbit hole. We've riffed so far that we've ended up in the usual YouTube rabbit hole.
Yeah, we got to get out.
It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. We don't want people to get linked from here directly into conspiracy theory about gay frogs.
We want them to get linked from there to us. We want the algorithm working on our side.
Hashtag Alex Jones. Hashtag conspiracy. Hashtag riff.
What do you guys know about? What do you know about Agartha, or as in the Hollow Earth theory?
Oh my God! Listen, I'll take all the viewers from the Pokemon card opening algorithm. That's enough for me. Okay, there's enough there that we don't need the conspiracy. We don't need the conspiracy algorithm.
I got 3 videos of Pokemon unboxings to do. I just put the one out today.
Tyler, do I have more cards at this point?
That is hype.
What, bro? Not even a chance.
Definitely
not. You only bought 2 boxes.
Yeah, but 2 boxes come with 36 packs.
Oh,
yeah.
never mind.
And then I got the Elite Trader box, which comes with an extra 8. So
I had 16 plus another 4 plus another 5. But yeah, no, not nearly as
yeah, no,
I've got 0 for everybody that's curious.
I was doing something really bad for my wallet. I was looking at Pokemon plushies in the Pokemon Center. I'm gonna buy so many.
You're a fucking simp, bro.
So
You're
many.
A simp, bro.
I'm buying so fucking many.
Look at the back. Look at behind you. Look behind you at the left side where your TV is. How many Pokemon Funko Pops you got there?
I have every single Pokemon Funko Pop except for Mr. Mime and Rattata.
You are a
and there's
Rattata doesn't exist, so
yeah, it's just
what
rat piece of shit.
Rattata.
We got him. It's Fampy. It's Fampy and Rattata.
Yeah,
look it up. Pull a card right now.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's almost Christmas, so let me show you my Chewbacca putting up a Christmas tree.
That looks like a Rattata. That's close enough to a Rattata. That counts. Did I hurt your feelings there? I'm sorry.
Let me show off my. Tyler will appreciate this next one though. No memeing. I'm just gonna
Does she
ignore
have
what
big
Clary
titties?
said. I'm just gonna ignore what Hella said.
You can call me Clary. It's
Yeah,
okay. They'll know who I am soon enough.
I literally said Nate. You said
Jim
Clary.
Sock.
I'll show.
Send me the link for that right now.
How cool is this?
Send me the link for that right now.
How fucking
No,
cool
stop.
Is this
Send me the
thing,
link
dude?
for that right
How
now.
fucking cool is this?
Is that Ninja?
Is that
It's
Ninja?
Fortnite? Is that Ninja from Fortnite?
Come on,
yeah.
guys, do it with me.
Jim Sock? He has the bells too, dude. He has the bell.
I actually. So I was talking about D&D for a little bit. The only collectibles that I have. Okay, so I'll do this. I have a Mr. Robot Funko Pop.
Ooh.
Oh my
Collectible that I probably
God.
shouldn't have taken out of the box, but I live life on the edge at San Diego Comic Con.
Dude, that's so good. That's so
And
good.
all of these guys.
Oh my god.
From
Can I
Critical
show you-
Role.
Can I show you my girlfriend? This
You are
is
fucking
Rem
disgusting.
from ReZero. She is the best waifu of all time. She is more dedicated to Subaru than anyone else, especially Amelia. The Amelia fans of ReZero are wrong. I don't care what they say. It is Team
Oh,
Rem all the
God.
way.
Oh god.
I don't know if you can see it back here, but I got a couple of my own. They're not expensive at all, but I have I got the 3 starter Pokemon. I got the Mewtwo. I have 2 of those actually because I fucked up. And then I think the most expensive one that I have is. I should also have kept this in the box, but
Beautiful pants, by the way. I want to make sure everybody takes
Oh,
that
yeah.
in. If everybody
Oh,
gets a chance to
I-
experience the Nick Cage
there's a face right on the crotch. I'll cut that out. But there's a face right on the
hot.
I think my most expensive Funko Pop is my Super Saiyan Blue Goku from Hot Topic.
Hell yeah.
I think he's going on Amazon now for like $24.
I think the last collectible I have, if I got any fellow scapers that have been playing their clicky game for 20 years, I actually picked up this little guy, made out of resin and hand painted in Crumb's official store. He makes YouTube videos and makes super dope little resin statues. My boy Jad.
You jealous? Are you jealous, Jim Sock?
Are you fucking?
Wait, why do you have them twice?
Wait, what?
Don't you have those behind you? Oh no, those were the starters.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I might. I don't
What a
know,
simp.
man. I might get those. I just don't have enough space for anymore.
I would.
I literally just don't have enough space for them anymore. I have
I don't either. That's why they're not on display.
like,
I also
like
got their little brother.
I feel bad because Charmander sticks out in front of like on top of my TV, but Squirtle's actually like underneath Charmander, so you can't see it. And Bulbasaur's to the
Hey,
right
look
of
at
Mewtwo.
Orphan.
Oh, sad.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I have 2 of those MBD.
Moral of the story: if you find a thing that you're into and you find
Just
a community
fucking
that will
run with
support
it.
you, that's the place to be.
Just
That's
run
the place
with
to
it.
be.
Slayer fans. I also got Nezuko,
Unless
and
you're a
her
Demon Slayer
box.
fan, and then
and she goes in the box like
spoilers,
in the show.
dude. I haven't watched it at all.
Yeah, literally, dude. I told you Demon
I'll never
Slayer's
watch
coming
it,
up.
but still, come on.
I told you, dude. We're finishing up Tokyo Ghoul. We're going to Attack on Titan.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna hit up Hunter x Hunter at some point, but then Demon Slayer is also in there. So like you can't be throwing spoilers out because I'm not gonna remember them until
Clary,
that point.
You're gonna
but-
actually like this next one.
Okay, ignores me. NBD.
I'm paying attention. We already talked about it.
I hate it.
It's Jon Snow on the throne. He's
Get
on
him
the
off the
throne.
throne. Get him
Me-
off the throne.
Me and Katie are watching Game of Thrones for the first time when she's done reading the book. So please no spoilers.
I'm sorry
Oh,
for
don't worry,
everything you
that's
have
not
to
a spoiler.
experience.
Yeah.
My problem is I
experience season 8.
I watched the first season, right, and I get through it. I get through about halfway through season 2, and then I like don't keep up with it, and it just dies for me. I don't know why, but it does. It's whatever.
Yeah, I hear you.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So this is going a little bit off the rails, but I don't know if.
I like that we were showing off our collectibles for a while there.
Hey,
I
listen.
showed off a Funko Pop.
I showed off
I
several.
had a couple.
Several. Hey, you see that? You see that big thing behind me? That's the Millennium Falcon.
No, dude, that's a TV. Don't be dumb.
What's that from? Like Star Trek or something?
This one stream got me. I'm gonna continue. Fuck it.
Oh no.
Stream got me this Funko Pop. My Chester Cheetah
Love
Funko
that.
Pop.
Love that.
That's right. No, I voted on that.
Yeah.
Oh, so while I got Superman. I got Cap. With the hammer. And then we got Spidey. Right on my desk.
Oh.
I'm running out of things to keep up. I got my Zelda Smash amiibo
Oh, I got so much more.
and my ZSS. That's it. I've run out of stuff to show off.
I have my Spider-Man.
This is Hulk.
We stand.
This is
And then I got
this
my-
is
I
Hulk
have
with
a
the
Venomized
Infinity.
Miles
This is
Morales.
Hulk with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh my god.
Who remembers Batman Beyond as a kid?
Never heard of it.
This is
Batman
Terry
what?
McGinnis
Kid.
Batman.
Who the fuck is Batman?
Yeah. A man that's also a bat. That doesn't make any sense.
That's disgusting.
Here is the God himself, the Mandalorian, Din Djarin.
Wow, spoilers. I didn't know his name. This guy's.
They say it in the first episode.
Oh my
This
god.
guy's cracked.
Ugh. Don't mind the squeaking.
I am a slut for collectibles.
Yeah, you
Hey,
wanted to buy a
listen.
$200 collectible. Don't.
Oh yeah, Uzaki-chan. Listen, chat. Anybody watching? If you know who Uzaki-chan is,
There's no chat. This is pre-recorded.
Yeah, literally, dude.
comment section.
God.
viewers like you.
Chat, if you like anime, you will literally connect with one out of the three of us down in the comments below.
What do
And
you
it's
mean?
Logan,
You're watching
so-
Tokyo Ghoul with me.
Think wisely. Choose wisely.
Oh man.
Yes,
What else?
I will talk about anime on my streams all the time.
What else are we talking about today?
We have our last discussion, our last little topic is just artificial difficulty in video games and in streaming. And we can kind of go two ways on this. I was
Yeah.
thinking we could discuss like games that aren't actually difficult, but they are portrayed as difficult just because they have really annoying mechanics or something like that. Or something that I'm kind of interested in myself is content streaming, like live streaming content for games. I feel like has moved further and further toward the more extreme and the more difficult, just to keep like chat entertained, just to do something new, something outside the box.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys feel that same thing, but I know I was talking earlier just in conversation that, Nuzlocke runs are the way to go for Pokemon because nobody really wants to watch just somebody do a regular playthrough of Pokemon, right? Like that's not
Let
something
me
that people
rant
are,
about that. Yes.
people are signing up for.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, and that's kind of like that's the thing for me, right? I love Pokemon so much. I just love it. I like playing the games, just playing them. Or fan-made ROM hacks. I definitely don't play Nintendo. Don't sue me. But like that's the thing, right? Is like if I want to stream, you almost have to do a Nuzlocke or play the new release the day it comes out. Like and even then you'll have that one guy in chat. Why you do a Nuzlocke? Like which
Yeah.
I like. They're fun. They are a lot of fun. But yeah, they have replaced regular Pokemon content on Twitch completely.
I think something that's interesting is, Nuzlocks are where it's at. 'Cause, I mean, you look at Twitch chat, right? And you look at like live stream chats, they want one of two things. Either for you to be really good at a game and for you to progress through the game as fast as possible for the most amount of good gushy shit that you can get out of a stream, or the other one is to be so bad that it's hilariously awful. I know you're trying to point at me, but you're pointing at Clary on my screen.
Yeah, it's kind of toxic.
That it's so entertaining that you're losing so frequently because you're raging so hard that you're literally about to pass out. And as much as I love being on the side of raging until I pass out type, I would love it if I would be good enough at a game where they're like, hell yeah, brother, collect the bag.
I would say Fall Guys is that for you.
I think I might.
That's a good game.
Fall Guys I think Fall Guys is great content for me too because like I do progress pretty far. I do get to the last round very often in Fall Guys, but at the last round I never get it. And I think that's why I enjoyed it so much, especially tonight because the new season, bro, that new season was sick. Anyway,
It looks pretty fun. I stopped in.
Honestly, it was hard. It was difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
it was crazy. But
If the whole game was that level, I think it would still be popular.
I think eventually Twitch is going, or not even just Twitch, but I think streams in general are going to go back towards the Twitch plays type, where like Twitch has ended up being the one that directs what happens with the game in order for the game to progress. Like there's like right now, I think Miskiff on Twitch is doing essentially he's doing a Twitch plays, right? He's doing like a chat
fire red, leaf green, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Which like that's great. The other half of me is like, there's literally a channel dedicated to that. Like, as much as I support, any content creator trying their best to get shit done, maybe it's a hot take or something. I don't know, but when you have
I'm talking shit about my boy Miskiff.
I'm not talking shit about Miskiff.
I'll simp for that guy.
I'm just saying. I got a gifted
okay.
sub to him, and let me tell you what, I've used it like 4 times this month.
Let's go W.
But I feel like I'm not even gonna get involved with that because I'm not sober enough to talk about that in a way that makes it cohesive.
So
But-
I'll say this, right? As somebody who I have a very interesting experience with Twitch. I think at least for me, I have not been watching Twitch for the last couple of years, like most people. Okay, so I'm sorry,
I've been here since day one. Thank you very much.
How many channel points do you have towards Hassan? Can we talk about how many channel points you have towards Hassan?
A lot. So, but no. What I'm saying is
Can I get a concrete number? I hit 50K today.
100,000. So
let's go,
bro. I have been watching. I'm sorry. We can get back to what you're saying, Logan.
Okay.
I have been watching Tim the Tatman literally for 6 hours a day every day, and I'm only at 97K, and I started watching him like 4 months ago. How are you already at 100K channel points?
Best part
you
is I
answered your own question.
Fair.
Best part is I've spent points on highlighting my message a bunch too. So
has he read any of them and go, the fuck are you talking about, you dumb incel?
Hey, listen, he read my message the other day and chat was pogging. So I had a good take.
I have so many points because from, I would say, a week before the election till about 2 weeks ago, I watched every single day. And I mean every day. The man has not taken a break. God bless him. For at least 9 hours. He has never streamed less than 9 hours since I've been watching him regularly, and I just left him on every single day.
You probably, for the record, already know this, but boy, are you going to be disappointed when he goes on vacation for 2 weeks, January 1st.
Literally, dude.
No. I want him to.
He fucking needs it.
The man keeps ending stream early because he's so fucking mad, and it's like,
so burnt out.
Maybe I'm just a turbo simp for this guy. I love his takes, his content. When he fights with chat, I'm on his side, and I want him to get a break.
Not during that DMCA debate, man. I was in there for that, and that was rough.
Oh yeah, no.
His heart's in the right place, but he needs
and that's the core thing.
Needs to read up a little bit, I guess.
As a viewer, that's the core thing for me. Is I know what he means when he is saying the wrong thing, and that's the problem. Is that chat just isn't. They either don't know or they're just not interested in caring. But yeah, no, he needs to take a break. I want him to.
Anyway,
I want him to come back and be refreshed. Yeah. So I was saying about Twitch. Before what?
No, I was just laughing because we riffed about Hassan there.
Literally about Hassan.
5 minutes.
I can talk about him forever.
Oh,
we're at like an hour 10.
We're wrapping it up. That's the end of
We're at
episode
like an hour 10, by
we're
the way.
leaving it there.
We got 20 minutes. Speak your piece.
Yeah, I didn't watch Twitch for I'm a big YouTube guy. I watched YouTube. I was a big fan of produced, edited content for so long. This was the first year I got into Twitch, watching it every day. I've had an account for a long time. Excuse me, but actually watching a streamer every day at some point. I
like to think that I had some part in that. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Yes, you guys did introduce me to Hassan. Yeah.
Oh, I just meant having you be a mod for my channel. I think introduced.
Oh, actually, no. You were completely. Yeah, you starting to stream was one of the reasons I started watching Twitch. Yeah, 100%.
W.
Because I was big old boomer, right? I'm big no, content must be edited.
Boomer Barry over here.
Content must be edited.
Nothing
formatted,
but perfection from
me.
you. Nothing but
Back in my
perfection.
day, a Let's Play was 50 minutes long and it was edited. It was Markiplier or Jacksepticeye saying, "Top of the morning to you laddies." Back in my day, in 2012.
Anyway,
Dude, I feel so old on the internet now. But
you are old. It's okay. Continue. Hot take. Logan's old. Continue.
I am 26, but that's the whole
Disgusting.
That's
But-
nasty.
this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. But yeah, so it's been, oh fuck, where's it going with Twitch?
You haven't watched it. Yeah.
So with Mizkif, right? So I'm learning who the big people are, aside from Hassan, who I simp for. I've been learning the big people and
Popular in Twitch culture, yeah.
Yeah, I've been learning all that stuff, and I Mizkif, when I first heard him, I was like, oh, what a fucking douchebag. I don't fucking care, who gives a shit. But I've been watching him, just do it. He seems like a cool dude. I'm enjoying his content. So
that's the thing too, is you don't really, and at least in my opinion, this is my take, right? I watched very little Twitch before I started streaming. And then when I started streaming, I started getting more into the idea of watching other people stream, right? But I just couldn't stick with it, right? I would watch somebody, because my ADHD is pretty fucking bad. I would watch somebody for 10, 15 minutes and then be like, oh, okay, satisfied, and then be done and move on to the next thing. Right. That's the thing too. I went in with a YouTube mindset, right? I would watch for an allotted amount of time and I'd be like, okay, I'm content. When it came down to me streaming playing Fall Guys, and I was like, holy shit, this is sick. And I started watching Ludwig before that on YouTube, and I was like, holy shit, this guy is a little small, but he's blowing up, right? So
I thought you meant in stature.
Oh fuck! I mean, yeah,
he was originally part of the Smash community.
Short Kings unite.
He is seriously making some very good moves, and I love seeing the progression that he's had. I think I started watching him when he was YouTube. He was maybe a 15-20K Andy. He would get he got 20,000 subs or whatever, which is still huge. But he just hit 1 million last week. That's great.
Followers, not subs.
No, subs on YouTube. He hit 1 million subs he hit 1 million followers on Twitch too, but it's different. Anyway, so he kind of got me into the idea of watching some more and content ideas from him, right? Because he's kind of the route that I wanted to go in, where it's mostly just chatting, but doing some gameplay and having fun with the gameplay, but focusing more on making content, even though I haven't done that lately because my brain's been fried. But then I started getting into Fall Guys, and then I watched fucking Tim the Tap Man constantly get his ass beat in Fall Guys, and I'm like, hey, that's what
I could do better than that.
That's what I'm doing. I'm getting my ass beat too. So then I started watching him, and lo and behold, every day while I'm at work, I put him down to the side of me, and I just listen to him fucking rant, rabble, and rave until the end of the fucking day, and it just goes. Watching those two have really gotten me into the idea of okay, watch more stream heavy things, watch longer in streams, support content creators, watch big streams like that. And then also, I got into a small group of people when I started streaming, and it made me realize that there's more to Twitch than just the people that get 20,000 viewers.
Yeah.
So I try and support the smaller content creators as much as I can. And that's why I want to start networking as much as I can, starting at the beginning of the year. It's a goal of mine next year is to network as much as possible. So
don't forget about us.
I will say, don't forget about the little people.
Bring us with you.
No, I will say that
starting a business with us.
I think that the biggest thing about Twitch content and live stream content, maybe it's different for you guys, but the thing that I enjoy the most is you see it in the chat, right? Everybody memes it and says it in the chat, but the I was here is such a cool feeling. The parasocial relationships and kind of the weird things that go on in Twitch are a little uncomfortable, but the great parts of Twitch are the parts where you really get to experience a feat or a specific moment or a surprise that nobody expected live, not only with the person you're watching, but with all the people that are watching with you, right? You have an entire chat, as much as it seems weird to connect with random usernames in a chat. One thing that I remember, one thing that sticks with me and will stick with me forever, I have the video saved on YouTube, the VOD. but Summit was playing Sea of Thieves, and he was sneaking onto boats and stealing people's loot in Sea of Thieves. And if you guys haven't seen that, look it up. Look at Summit Athena Steals on YouTube. It'll change your life. Because I'm sitting there live, like I'm at my computer, I have it up on my separate screen, and he's hiding on people's ships for hours. He's sitting there AFK, hiding, not moving, not playing the game at all for hours, riffing with chat, talking about stuff, talking about what's going on in the day. And then like there's just this snap instant where he has the ability, like they're at a specific island or his ship is close enough or he has a chance to steal the stuff. And like all that buildup of just like, is it going to happen? What's going to happen? And then just snap, it happens. And in the course of like 3 or 4 minutes, you see crazy gunfights and he's throwing stuff off the side of the ship and he's running back and forth and taking people out and he's, drowning the ship and throwing Molotovs at it and burning it down. And like, it's just so crazy to see that live. When you watch it in a video, you're like, okay, I'm here for the ride. I know what I'm expecting. There are days where he'd sit on ships for 2 hours and then try to steal something, get shot and die, sent back to his ship. That's it. And sometimes that's what happens, but like to be there live to see something so incredible like that happen is such a cool experience. Even with like the Pokemon cards we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I was watching Mizkif when he was opening the pack looking for the Lugia, right? And I sat there with a couple of my buddies in Discord and we just watched the whole box opening and he gets to the second to the last pack. Train calls the Typhlosion, and I want to take some credit here too. I called the pack that he pulled the Typhlosion in, and I called the pack he pulled the Lugia in. 2 for 2. Thank you very much.
I was there for that stream and him saying that.
And I didn't make any incorrect predictions either. I didn't call any packs other than those 2. That being said, I get no money from that, so it's kind of worthless. But watching that live and just seeing their experience, I watched the Twitter clip 100 times showing other people, and as cool as it is, it doesn't have the same feeling as watching it live. You're there, like you're in a stadium, you're in an auditorium, like watching these things happen, and that's the way that it feels. And there's something like genuine about live streaming that like no media has really touched until live streaming started to take off. And that's why I love Twitch so much, is there's just so much organic content, the little inside jokes, streamers talking about other streamers, not so much in a drama way, but like they have inside jokes and specific things that they riff off of when they're talking to each other. And it's just, it's really fun to get those inside jokes, be a part of that community, drop your wide people happies when good things happen. And
I think the 2 things, one, just like a side note, I 1000% agree with you. And a perfect example on my end is I have been following Moist Critical's Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine runs, like his speed runs that he's been doing.
Yeah, that's so
dude,
wild.
So crazy. And the problem too is like I am a Moist Critical YouTube frog, right? So like I will catch his streams once in a while, but I won't stick around for long. And the one stream that I don't even make it into at all, and he beats the world record by 2 seconds, and I'm like, oh, where was I? Like it just it fucking kills me. But something too that I think is interesting is the same concept of like the I was here, like with I give Twitch chat or streamers and chat and live streams in general a huge compliment in terms of people that view or that sort streams by like smallest viewers or like fewest viewers and stick around with that streamer while they build and grow is so beyond amazing to me, because I'm like, you could literally be anywhere else in the world right now. You could be watching somebody that has 20 to 30,000 people and you're here watching me who has 2 viewers. One of them is you, and the other one's my mom. And like you're literally there, and you're witnessing, like, at least where I'm at, right? Like, the end of today was a big send off for me for the end of the year into the next year, because I'm taking the next 2 weeks off, and there were people in my stream, and mostly it was Nori, but like, there are people that show up in my stream once in a while that even now they're like, it's crazy to think that I came in here due to a raid from a larger streamer, and I haven't looked back at that larger streamer since. And there's like, it's crazy to me to hear from people that have seen me grow over the last year, because I think I grew pretty quick over the last year. I had like 50 to 75 followers, and now I'm at 150 to 155. Like, and it's amazing knowing that there are people that have been watching me that whole time and watching me grow and learn, and I give Twitch chat, as much as I fucking hate them sometimes, because boy howdy can they be annoying as shit. I give them a lot of credit, and I love the amount of support that live chatters give content creators every day. It's amazing. The ability to see somebody grow is amazing. Like, even watching you guys, and myself included, small streamers like us, like, come up, and being there the whole time. It's great, because you start seeing people come in, and even like, throughout the year, I had like, Logan, Michael, Siggy texting me. They're like, "Hey, who the fuck is this guy?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And it's like, they're like, "Oh, word." I'm like, "Yeah,
that's the beauty
word?
of it, right? That's
Right.
the beauty of it.
Like, and I know a lot of people too. Like, I know this is kind of going a little bit off topic, but like, I have a Discord for my stream, and I am active in that Discord at least once to maybe twice to 3 times a week, where I'll like come in there and I'll throw a comment in there once in a while, right? Because I like knowing that I can keep that connection with people that watch my streams, or that want to have a conversation with me outside of stream. I can still have that.
And that's what I like about streaming on both ends, right? As a viewer and as a streamer, as I'm very new to it and just learning my first steps here, but like, it's that idea of the shared experience, right?
Baby's first stream.
Baby's first stream. It's that idea of like experiencing something with a group of other people.
Yeah.
And it's whether or not, and obviously, there's a lot of different levels of how good you're entertaining them versus are they entertaining you in chat. Like, I like that, because that, and almost to get like kind of like sappy about it, is like what the internet kind of is like for, right? Is connection.
Right.
Whether or not it's as good as IRL, I think there's a lot of debate on that. I would say it's very.
There's pros and cons. There's pros and cons.
Yeah, and I would say it's just as valuable sometimes. And like that's what's cool about it, is like, being able to, share an experience with people, because that's what art is almost an extent. I'm not going to call streams art, but I mean, actually, maybe they are a form of performance art. But like, it's cool to experience the same thing at the same time as a bunch of people, and like, oh wow, that was crazy, oh wow, that was fun, oh that was funny, and then later consume it or talk about it more. That's what I think is just, it's, as somebody who likes people and talking to people, it's just, that's a special thing. It's a special thing.
And that's something too, is like, you see, streamers of any size, very like willing and okay being like, this is my community. I built a community. This is a place where people can feel safe talking with each other, growing with each other, and sharing jokes with each other, and everything in between, because they have at least one common interest, and that common interest is my content. And that's my ability to entertain, right? Or my ability to at least engage in a way that makes
I was
gonna
say it's more so you than just the content itself, right? The content can be almost anything.
Right. And I think that speaks a lot on your ability to create a safe space for everybody involved in what you have going on with your online persona, right? Like, and I don't know what happened, man, but like tonight, after my stream ended, I got semi-emotional, just because I'm like, it's just great. Like, even just one person being in my chat being like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to support you. Like, I encourage you to grow. I'm just like, that's amazing to me. And, like, that means that I'm doing something right.
Shout outs to Method in my chat, by the way. I just want to get that out. Method, you're my boy.
Shout out to Nori.
My OG,
Method,
number one viewer.
Shout out to both of you. So this is the sad part about like where I'm at, is that I don't think I've like, bro. I literally have not like found my own original person yet. It's a lot of your people who just check me out because they've enjoyed me and your content, or and just stuff like that, or they're just being nice, which is almost like I can't put into words how much that's like appreciated, right? To not only support a small streamer like either of you guys, and be a fan and watch them constantly, but to then be like, oh, this person's just a friend. They're not even doing the same things potentially, but I'll pop in and say hi. Like that's
Hey,
huge.
here's the thing too. The first time that somebody pops into your stream, right? It's like, oh, okay, they're coming in from somewhere else. They're coming in because of somebody else. The reason they come back is because of you. You're not going to find somebody that's like, I'm going to put myself through content that I don't care about or somebody's personality. Like the second you see them come back, you know that they're there for you. They're not there because of somebody else, right?
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing.
And something too, right, is like, you have been involved in our content, right? Like you have been involved.
Coattails, baby.
No, I think you're thinking about it in a more pessimistic way, because like if you look at it in a different view, people have been hearing you talk on our streams, right? They've been hearing you crack jokes, laugh, scream, yell, whatever, and they are interested in you enough to come from our stream to check in and see what you're like solo.
Yeah.
And I think that if you look at it that way, it just means that you are entertaining enough to pull somebody from somebody else's stream for, even if it's just a little bit, to get a feel for who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So you do you? I don't like using the term leech because I don't like that. Like,
oh yeah, no. I mean, like at the end of the day, right? They're all loyal to each of you in respective terms, right?
Yeah.
But it's just it's nice to
But
this guy's part of the crew. It's nice to like pop in and say hi.
Like I told you before, when you were like, I don't know if I want to stream when you stream. I feel like that's inappropriate. I don't want to take any viewers from you. I very much stand by what I said when I told you I don't give a fuck. Take them. Yeah. Like I if my people are here, well, no, if my people are here for me, that's amazing, right? That's what I want. But if they're here because you're not around, I don't want that. If they're not, if they are,
you don't want to be a blogs waiting room, right? Like nobody wants to be,
right. I want people to come to me because they enjoy hearing and watching me play.
And the reverse, right? I don't want them to like, oh, well, Logan talks to Tyler. I'll go watch Logan because Tyler's not live tonight.
Right. And I mean, as much as that's gonna, that might happen in the next 2 weeks. But I'm
banking on it.
Well, no, I mean, we are encouraging that, right? Like I'm not around, and that's what I'm trying to like. I'm not around. Go enjoy somebody else that I support. Go enjoy other people. But just know I will be throwing content out. Will it be rehashed versions of past streams? Yes. So like, whatever, like, just go off and do whatever, but make sure, you come back to daddy, you come back to where
daddy's
you're supposed
home.
Right. You come back to where you're supposed to be. But like, I don't want anybody to feel like they have, like that they're a waiting room for anybody else. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's gonna happen. That's bound to happen.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But, at least with us, as long as I don't encourage that behavior, I feel better about it. Like if I end up becoming a waiting room for you, as long as I'm saying I don't want you here, if you're just waiting for Logan to go live, I don't give a shit. I said
and
it.
Also, like, I want people to watch what they want to watch, right? Like,
right.
So and that's actually, it's actually perfectly fine because, right, if they enjoy my content enough to say, hey, this will hold me over till I get to see Tyler, that's also fine.
Right.
Like that's completely
and
fine.
It's as long as the whole experience is not that you're gonna have like a couple people that are like, okay, like I'm here because I know Tyler will be live in a couple hours. I'll hang out, pop in. That's
exactly.
fine. As long as it's not like you're looking, down the line, you're like, oh, there's 30 people in here, and they're literally all just waiting for somebody else to go live.
There'll always be people, and the thing is that there's nothing wrong with that, right? Yeah, because hey, at the end of the day, they could be watching somebody with 30,000 people to hold them over, right?
And that's what I'm saying. With what's going on too, I think if say we all get big, and you have say even not even like that big, but like say you have like 100 people watching you, right? And I go live or I have 100. Let's do it the different way. I have 100 people watching me. You go live, I lose like 75 viewers. I lose 80 viewers, right? Then I'm like, whoa, okay. Like, it's not even like fuck you, Logan, for taking those people. It's like, is there something wrong with how I do?
There's something that you have to do,
right? That I have to improve on to allow people to feel encouraged to stick around or feel like they have content that they would want to indulge in. So
yeah.
Instead, and that's, obviously, yeah, you can take it two ways. You can take it, fuck you, how dare you take my people, or you can take it in a more optimistic, more, the grass is always green on the other side, 2 steps forward kind of person, where you're like, okay, here's the issue, how do I solve the issue? Not instead of like pointing fingers, fuck you type. So I don't know.
And also, like, ultimately, right, even though we are 3 separate streamers, and like, our audiences will probably reflect that at some point, and they do to an extent already. It is also like, if somebody leaves me for one of you, that's also like a plus, right?
Yeah.
Like, one of my boys is getting the view.
Yeah.
One of my boys is getting a chatter. Like it's. And I mean, we are actually working together on like this project, right? Like, this is a collab, like, even though our
rising tide,
lifts all ships sometimes, not always, but yeah, no,
sometimes
like,
it throws them into the rocks or whatever, right? But you got to take that chance.
Trickle down, baby. But yeah, no, yeah, like, and that's the thing is, like, if somebody's in the ecosystem, like, I don't know if we're gonna come up with a name like OTK, probably not, but like,
probably
either
won't
way,
have an
it's
org,
no, but like, either way, I feel I'm happy as long as like somebody's watching one of my boys,
And that's, if you notice, like, I have an auto host list going, so like whenever right, so whenever like anybody goes live,
I haven't done that yet.
whenever anybody goes live, like if you or if you Logan or you Nate or anybody else goes live, I have it auto set to whoever is first on that list to get hosted. And even when I'm done streaming, if I remember, because my memory is shit, but if I remember to raid somebody, I'll raid somebody with the people that are in my group. I think raiding is more important than hosting, but I think both are just equally as effective. So I think it's important that, when it comes to you guys, granted, yeah, you might be watching my stream and you might be one of those 7 people. There's at least 6 other people that either have seen you or haven't seen you that get to notice you either for the first time or see you again. So basically it's more like, like connections between, like, okay, so obviously, I know this person, if I host, Logan, then obviously I know Logan. So people that know Logan will see that I hosted him and he'll be like, yo, Tyler, thanks. And they'll be like, whoa, Tyler, that's not his stream name. So like, obviously they must know each other and then make that connection that way. So, I think letting people that are watching streams know that there's connections between certain streamers makes it a lot more fluid in terms of who sees who, and it allows for more collaboration in a more uplifting and exciting way. Like when I stream with Logan now also streams. So then people are like, oh shit, okay, they know each other, they're going to stream together. You know what I mean? So like, I think connections like that make a huge difference. But anyway, that's what I think.
Agree.
We are at
mild take.
Yeah, mild take. We are at an hour 39, by the way.
Nice. Okay. Yeah,
I figured we had at least like 8 minutes worth of content that I did not mute or that I didn't unmute. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we can cut a Logan being anti-Semitic or whatever. Too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Obviously,
whatever.
Yeah.
Give us the hell Hitler. Yeah. I get
we
that.
can remove that. Yeah.
Logan,
but yeah, I mean, I think we did a good job. We riffed a lot, and to be honest, the best thing about our riffing is that our last topic we can take into next week because we didn't really talk about that topic. Right. So, that's a W in my book.
I mean, that's a big also, thing of the podcast too. Is the riffing? Is the riffing right? Like
our riffing was pretty good in my opinion too.
Yeah, I think our riffing was very healthy and positive. I think for the first time, maybe the last time, I don't know, because it's supposed to be hot takes, but
in my opinion, a good podcast goes off.
We're
goes
working
off
up to the
like a
hot
little bit.
takes. You know, we
Yeah.
got to get the chemistry together so that we can knock all the
Yes,
beakers down and get
yes.
glass shards
Yeah.
in our arms and hands.
I just
right?
want to
Like, we gotta-
bleed,
we gotta get to
baby. I
that
just
point.
just let me bleed. Like that's
It's all going to depend on topics, right? Because we're kind of choosing
Yeah.
like what's topical this week. It just so happens currently we've agreed on a lot. There's gonna be one
Yeah.
we don't.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, eventually soon.
Well, I
Black
mean,
Flag. We'll have to do a whole episode on it.
if-
so
if-
Logan
if
can
I-
talk
Motherfuckers
about
are
how garbage.
blind.
if I feel, and I hate being this guy, but this is just who I am. If I feel like we've been agreeing too much, I will force
Mhm.
myself to play devil's advocate and
Hell yeah.
and play hot take bad guy. Like I don't mind doing that.
We stand.
Literally. Anyway, Logan, since you did the intro, did you want to do the outro or
Oh god, outro. Yeah, let me just
yeah, collect yourself.
Compose yourself.
Let us know when you're ready. I'm gonna take a drink.
yeah, after you're done, I'll go.
Okay, go ahead when you're ready.
Hey, so that has been episode 2. Hopefully we're getting better at this. I hope so. You definitely hope so. Thanks for sticking around. As always, it's Logs Blogs.
Helikovsky.
And Jim Sock Hancock.
Hey.
We will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for coming back for episode 2. I hope to see you at episode 3. Thank you.
Love you. Appreciate you. Have a good night.